weekly team call for Team Getting Fit and Team Get Super Fit joint call today. This is part 2 of last week's call, which was developing your brand. We're going to talk about validating your target market. I've basically gotten to the point where I've gotten my domain and I have my blog up, so that's the point I am at. So I've actually did this more ahead of time, so I'm more prepared tonight. So I'm going to kind of show the things that I did and as well as go through the PowerPoint. So it's going to be validating your niche market. So the people that you want on your team as coaches, the customers that you want to have as challengers, the people that are like you, that you want to help. So yeah, this could be pretty advanced for some people, but I'm going to show how to do this. Basically, to figure out if the group of people you want to work with is a valid group, you need to start off by doing a low-cost Facebook ad. $1 a day is all it took. I did a couple of these just because I had a couple ideas in my mind. To bring your potential niche market through low-cost ads to validate, to see if you're going to even attract enough people to be worth your time. Because if you're only attracting a few people a week, it's really not that helpful. You want to be attracting quite a few people a week, probably 20, 30, maybe more people a week. I'm going to show you how to do a likes campaign. You'll engage with new prospects you get. So I have about 5 people right now that I've been doing this about a day. So I have about 5 or 6 people that I'm just forming. I'm just talking to them. We're not talking about Beachbody. I'm just getting to know them, getting to know what they need. So as I said, don't just send them an invitation right away. Form them, family, occupation, recreation, message. Just get to know them, get to know about their family, what they do for a living, what they like to do for fun. And then once you do that, you can go into the invite. Prospecting ads, I haven't really gotten that far yet, but that was talked about. So validating the niche or the people you want to work with is really important. You want to create a Facebook page, create a blog, create content, create an irresistible offer. If you don't validate the people you want to reach and people you want to help, and these things aren't going to be effective. So if you just tab a random Facebook page, you're going to get, like I've gotten weird guy stalkers. I've gotten just really weird people because my Facebook page was never really centered toward the people I want to help, which is moms. That is part of my niche. My niche is going to be, I'm going to be the fit spiritual mom. So helping people that have been through tragedy and trauma through fitness and spirituality. So that is the niche that I've chosen. My website is the Fit Spiritual Mom. That's going to be my website in the next few days. So I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's getting to be worth it because the people I'm attracting are people like me, are people that have had tragedies happen. I was going to try to do people that have lost children, but that was way too narrow. It did not work out. So I kind of broadened it since I've also been through domestic violence. So I kind of broadened my scope a little bit because it was just too narrow and I would have gotten like 3 likes a week, and that's no good. So what is a well-defined target market? That's the first element to marketing strategy. When you're thinking about who you want to target, you have to think about who your perfect customer is. This part really helped me determine, because I had no clue what to do past what I wanted, but since it was too narrow, I couldn't do people who've lost children. It's just too narrow. So you can ask friends and family for help. Ask them what defines you, what are you good at, what can you help others with, and then think about who you are. Think about your passions, the things you really like, your interests, your life stage, your family makeup, your life problems that you've overcome. So for me, I'm passionate about helping people who have been through tragedies. So I've had a child pass away. I have gotten out of a domestic violent relationship. I was adopted at a month old, so I had a lot of self-esteem issues. Lots of those kind of things that kind of led me into being a social worker, which is what I did before Beachbody. And then I can still help the same kind of people as a coach, because connecting the things that they need to fitness and be able to put themselves first, things like that, is really what drives me and what I'm passionate about. And if you're passionate about the kind of people you're going to help, it's going to not seem like a job. It's just going to be you helping people like you. So this is the Facebook mock ad campaign. So I did a couple target markets. I did social workers. I did fit moms who have eating disorders. I did all the different kind of ones. So they say you should do 2 to 3 different audiences you want to test. So whatever you're passionate about, whatever things you're interested in, you should try to test them out and see what you get the best response for. So 2 to 3 target markets if you have more than one idea. So it's a low cost, so $1 a day for 3 days, basically. And your goal is to get less than 30 cents per like. So a lot of the ones I tested were 80 cents a like, $1 a like 75 cents a like. I'll show you all the numbers. I'll actually show you. And then they say after they like you, you know that they're in your target market if they like you, because they clicked your ad through whatever you targeted. So you need to engage with them. And as I said, with forming, not how I would usually have done is go see if they would want to be interested in a fitness group, is what I would always do before. Say, you're interested in finding out more about challenge groups or coaching. It takes a little bit longer, but you're really finding the people that are going to be the people you want on your team. So if it takes a little longer, I think it's more worth it than to find people that are weird or stalk you and send you weird messages. I don't know. And then you also be able to find them in other places. I mean, this is pretty advanced. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I don't use Pinterest. I use Twitter, Instagram. So what I did was I went to Instagram and I tested out Fit Spiritual Mom. There are people interested in that, but there are no coaches that really do that, which is an even bigger plus, because it's really not a niche that a lot of Beachbody coaches are focusing on. So you have a lot more people to target that way. So I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute, how you validate through the Facebook ad. So you would create an ad, promote your page, and then set audience and budget. I'm going to post this to the group as well. So the location, since Beachbody is US and Canada, and then you can do gender based on your target market. I did female because besides Stuart, all the rest of my coaches are female. I don't think I even have any customers that are male. It's just kind of my target market. So demographics, parents, moms are some examples that you could do for demographics. Interests, and I'm going to show you how to do this, but you should do and must also match. I'm going to show you how to do it. So test 2 to 3 different interests. And when you're targeting, your goal is to have an audience about 250 to 300,000. So that's the goal that's going to get you the under 30 cents a like. So that's kind of the goal. That's something that I actually had to ask because I wasn't sure. So I actually had to ask the practical media guy that question. So I am going to show you how to do this. Okay, so this is my Facebook page, just the regular homepage on Facebook. And I mean, everybody has this ads manager somewhere else. I just happen to have it over here. And I mean, this is a Mac. I think it looks different on different computers. And I'm going to show you what the different like amounts were too before. Okay. Okay, so here is my ads. So all these page like ads, these are all little $1 a day for 3-day ads. All these are all different ones. So as you can see, you know, 147 a like, pretty crappy. 145 a like, pretty crappy. I mean, all these are crappy. So this one down here, this 29 cents per like one right here, this is my target market. This one right here, because it had the lowest amount. So, I mean, I've gotten 8 likes since yesterday. So that's 8 likes for $1 a day ad. Pretty good for something that I'm really just starting out with. So, I mean, as you can see, a lot of these really low, really high, 236 a like. That's bad. That's no good. The one I had been running, let's see if it's even on here anymore. I don't think it's even on here anymore. My one that I'm doing constantly isn't even, ongoing. See, it's not doing so well anymore. It used to be like 7 cents a like. Now it's doing pretty bad, but I'm going to obviously do a whole new one when I'm finally done with everything. So to test this, what you do is here, there's this green create ad in the right-hand corner here. So you would do create ad. And then promote your page is how you would do a like ad. I mean, even if you just want to do a like ad for your business page, you can do it this way. This is the way to do it, is promote your page. So, I mean, I have a Lake Gym Fit Club page that I don't even use anymore because I don't have one. So I pick my page, which is now the Fit Spiritual Mom Overcoming Trauma and Tragedy. It's my new page name. With a typo, I realize that. So, okay, here you go. This is what will come out when you're doing a likes ad. So basically, United States is always picked. Since we do Canada as well, I never used Canada before. This is something new that I've been doing. So, you know, US, Canada, that's 210 million people. Obviously, we don't want 210 million people. So for me, what works best is the age of 24 through 44. That's just what works best for me. That's just from experimenting, but I mean, you could do 22 to 50. I mean, whatever you want to target. For me, moms, 24 to 44, it works for me. And I'm only going to target women. I mean, and that will already bring, as you can see down here, potential reaches 51 million. I mean, that's still way too many people. So then you come down to detailed targeting. And I'm going to do a demographic first. I'm going to like do the exact same ad that I've been doing just to show you. So I did parents. And since I already did women, I don't really have to do moms because that would be kind of pointless to do. So I just did all parents. And all parents. I mean, still 16 million people. That's still a lot. So then you're going to go here where it says narrow audience. So right underneath there, it's narrow audience because you want to have it be this and something else instead of or. So if you just kept adding here, it would only do one of the following. So if I added, you know, people have been through tragedy down here, it would be parents or people have been through tragedy. So you want to narrow it. So it says must also match one of the following. So for me, what I did was tragedy event. No, it wasn't tragedy. It had to be something else because that makes it way too low. So it was just tragedy. I mean, that still brought it down to 980,000 people. That's still too high. So I narrowed it further into people, and I'm trying to remember what I did. Oh, I know what I did. And I put all the mental health in here. So I did depression, anxiety, bipolar, panic attack. I did all those kind of things to kind of focus on the mental health aspect of it. And that brings it down to 390. So I'm also going to put trauma up here. I think that was the key word that I needed. Still 400,000. I mean, we're still getting there. 250 to 300,000 is like what you would want ideally, but see, I think I put fit mom in here too, up here in demographic. That must not have been it. But I mean, that's pretty close. If I wanted to narrow even further, that's probably gonna, there we go. There, I added therapy down there. So there you go. That's 220,000. So I mean, that's pretty good. It's a little bit low, but I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty close. So I'm gonna actually just leave it like that. And I'm gonna save this audience. So I know, so I'm gonna save it as parents, trauma, mental health, therapy. That's just what I'm going to name it. So I remember where it is, because then it will show up when you go to make more ads, it'll show up. And again, $1 a day. So daily budget, $1. As I said, do it a few days. So this one, I'm going to do it until the 11th. I'm going to do this one 2 days just to kind of see what happens. So I mean, I'm going to spend $2 total. I mean, if I wanted, if it was doing fairly well, I could go in and edit and extend. And then choose add creative. I mean, and then this part, you can just kind of play around with it. So, I mean, I've done slideshows, I've done images. It doesn't usually matter which one is which. I usually do a little of each. So I'll really have it say, just whatever you want it to say. And then I always take it out of desktop column. And then, I mean, that's my cover photo, and that's not going to get approved because it has a before and after in it. So I'm just going to use a different text, a different photo. Take that one away. I'm just going to find another picture. I mean, this picture does pretty well. So my family, when we had our fake snow for Christmas, it does pretty well. Now it's being slow just because I want it to be fast. Okay, there we go. Just gonna bring it up on the face. Me and my little family there. And then you would just place order. Then you could do this on a few different ones. I mean, however you'd want to do, and it processes order. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that one and go back. Okay. And the next part that you would do after you checked again, you want it to be under 30 cents. A like, and then validate through hashtags. So Iconosquare is what they use. It's a way to search Instagram hashtags. Put in the search bar. I mean, these are some hashtag. It'll show up top the ones that will get the most reach, the people that click on that the most. So for me, it was Fit Mom, Fit Spiritual Mom, and Spiritual Mom were all at the top. So obviously those are the hashtags I'm going to use when I post about my new target market.
What was that app again, Erin?
It's actually a website. It's Iconosquare.com. And Pinterest, I don't really use, but you can put search terms to validate them in there. The same thing with Twitter, advanced search, just to search your hashtags. And that was it. Anybody have any questions?
I just want to say the biggest thing I got out of this call is doing the thing where you set your target market and then you test it for 3 days using $1 a day. Mm-hmm. What I've done before, and like I can get ads for like 20 cents per like, but they're not necessarily targeted. So right. I like the idea of, trying it out, trying your real target market and trying that out for 3 days. Because I've done that before, but what I did was I would try it out and I'd be like, oh, these are, like $1 per like. Let me just go back to what I was doing before, which is like, just more of a generic throwing spaghetti against the wall sort of thing.
Which is what I always did before too.
Yeah. So instead of doing that, I could actually tweak that and test it again to see, kind of stick in with the same target market and see, if I can get that down to what you were saying, 30 cents. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, I did Practical Social Media University before, but I didn't actually do it. Like I didn't go through any of the stuff. So I kind of just dropped it all. And now when I'm actually going through it all, it just makes a lot more sense and it's really not that complicated. And I mean, I obviously don't mind sharing because I think it's really helpful information. Almost 6 years as a coach, I really should have been thinking about the kind of people I want to work with instead of just being like, oh, I just want to work with moms. Yeah. No, it doesn't work. I mean, it works a little bit, but not as well as it could be working as like it's working for people that get like 30 Success Club points a month without even trying. And I want to be that person that gets 30 Success Club points without trying. That would be pretty awesome.
That would be.
Even if I could get 15 Success Club points without trying, I'd be happy.
I feel confident that you can do it.
I mean, it takes time, but it's worth it in the end, for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I need to jump off on an Atlanta Market Council call, getting ready for Super Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and drop off. But thanks again, Erin. Excellent call.
I'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, I can't wait to see you guys on Saturday. We'll look for each other as we're doing that boring wait to get on the ship. But yeah, we'll definitely look for each other. Hopefully we'll run into each other amongst the 6,000 people. I know I had said I was going to do a call the Wednesday after the cruise, but I realized I already committed to do another call. But maybe I'll invite you guys to get on that call, actually, because it's for another team. So maybe just combine with another team if it's okay with them. So All right. Thanks again. See you Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for
Good night,
jumping on,
guys.
Angela. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Good to see you. Bye-bye.